Hello everyone, welcome back to the Legal Explorer. Today I am giving you the tips how to present your theory mains paper perfectly in your upcoming Telangana Assistant Public Prosecutor Exam APP 2025. I will show you the exact format, exact structure, and I'll take one topic and example which will helpful to understand how to present your theory exam. So basically I will show you how to make an ordinary paper into an extraordinary so you can score a good marks in your upcoming APP 2025 Telangana state. So every long answer in APP must follow this structure. What is that structure? See, first of all, you need to start an answer with an intro. In intro, what you need to write? In intro, you need to write the definition, the concept, and the statutory background. Next, you need to write an historical background. See, it is not necessary, it is not mandatory, optional, but it will give a good impression. See, in historical background, you need to show the evolution of law. Next, you need to write the legal provisions. Legal provisions is the main body of the answer. Next, you need to write in the legal provisions relevant sections, relevant acts, or if there are any amendments. Next, the most important part of the answer is case laws, which is the most important. You need to write minimum 2 landmark case laws. Next, you need to write the current legal position. Current legal position. In legal position, what you will write? You need to explain the latest provisions. So the examiner will get to know that you are updated. So now you need to end the answer. How you need to end the answer? You need to end the answer by writing a conclusion. In conclusion, but if you write the conclusion, it shows the maturity and the legal reasoning. You need to write. And in the conclusion, you need to summarize it in the simple English. Okay, this is how you need to write your answer. Now, as I said I will show you how to apply this format with and repeated previous year's question of APP exam. So, the repeated question was, is adultery a crime under IPC? So, now it is a present word BNS. So, basically, is adultery a crime under BNS 2023? If this question comes, what you will write? How you will write the answer? So, I'll apply the same above format. So, as I said, you need to start an answer with intro. So, what you will write? What is adultery? Adultery means, see, what is adultery? Adultery means a married person has a voluntary sexual intercourse with someone who is not their spouse. Next, you need to write earlier, this was not a crime. Earlier, this was a crime under Indian Penal Code. But today, adultery is not a criminal offence. So, adultery under old law was defined as section 497 of IPC. So, before 2018, adultery was punished under section 497 of IPC. What is 497 of section IPC? So, basically, this section says only the man who had a relationship with a married woman could be punished. So, the woman was not punished. So the husband of the woman was treated as the injured person. What about the punishment? So the punishment was up to 5 years. Up to 5 years jail. So this law was unfair. This law was unfair and gender biased because women were treated like property of their husband. So next, after intro, you need to write what? Important cases. So important case laws before 2018 was Yusuf Abdul Aziz 1954. See, in this case, the court, what do you need to write? The court supported section 497 and said it protects women. Again, there was a case, okay, Savitri Vishnu 1985. Court again supported the law but accepted it is an old fashion. Next, there was a case, Revati versus Union of India 1988. Court said the law avoids fights between husband and wife. Even though, see, a husband and wife, even though many people disagreed the law, and this law continued till 2018. So this is how, see, in the above case laws, if you write 2 case laws, it's more than enough. You need to write a single line. No need to write the paragraph, only the single line. Next there was a landmark case. This is the important case. You must write without fail. Joseph Shine versus Union of India 2018, the game changer of adultery. See, in 2018, a man named Joseph Shine challenged this adultery law. A five-judge bench of Supreme Court heard the case. The court said, what did the court said? The court said, Section 497 treats women as if they have no choice, no freedom. It violates equality under Article 14. It violates non-discrimination under Article 15. It violates privacy and dignity under Article 21. The state cannot enter the private life of the marriage. So basically, what was the result? So you need to write and side heading of the result. You need to write, no need to write the entire case law. In result, you need to write Section 497 of IPC was struck down. Adultery became not a criminal offence. Adultery is now only a ground for divorce, not a crime. You need to underline the ground for divorce. So the court clearly said what? Adultery can destroy a marriage, but it should not be a crime. You need to highlight this line. Adultery can destroy a marriage, but it should not be a crime. So adultery. So now you need to write the present status, present legal position. So adultery under BNS 2023. So in the new law, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita BNS 2023, there is no section for adultery. The government did not include adultery as a crime. Even the parliamentary committee suggested adding a gender neutral adultery law, but the government refused. What was the reason behind? The Supreme Court has removed it. So Parliament also did not include it. That's it. So in the BNS 2023, adultery is not a crime and adultery is nowhere included. So this you need to write under the present legal position. So we have discussed intro, we have discussed case laws. Case laws too you need to write, but Joseph Shine case law is mandatory. We have discussed the present legal position. Now, what are the related provisions? See, Section 69 of BNS. Section 69 speaks about sexual intercourse by what? Decent is nothing but like a false promise of marriage. But this is not a adultery. So basically in BNS there is no provision for adultery. So this section 69, this section punishes cheating in sexual relationship, but adultery between the two consenting adults is still not a crime. So you need to remember here, adultery is only a ground for divorce. You need to highlight this, you need to underline this. So next, what is the present legal position? We have discussed. So what you have to write in the present legal position? Adultery is not a crime. Police cannot register FIR or arrest. Court cannot punish anyone for adultery. But adultery is still a what? A ground for divorce. A reason for custody issues. Okay. That is a separate topic. That is the child's custody. Next, a reason for denying maintenance. So it is a civil wrong, not a criminal offense. Now, how to conclude the answer? What you have to write in the conclusion? See, conclusion you need to write. I said conclusion you need to write in a simple English. Okay, don't use any legal terminology. What you will write? Today in India, adultery is not a criminal offense. Section 497 IPC was removed by the Supreme Court in Joseph Shine 2018. The new criminal law BNS 2023 also does not include adultery as a crime. Adultery can break a marriage, but it cannot send a person to jail. This line is perfect to end the answer. This is how you need to present the answer. Simple. Introduction you need to write. In intro you need to write the definition. Next you need to write the case laws. Next you need a legal position. Next you need to end the answer. Next you need to write the present amendments, any legal status, legal position. Next you need to end the answer with the conclusion. This is how you should write in your exam. See, if you don't know the sections, don't mention the sections. Okay, if you don't know the sections, don't. And many students were asking me, ma'am, whether we need to write the IPC, whether you need to study. See, better answer is what? See, if adultery is there, okay, for example, is adultery is there. Okay, you're not aware of BNS section, you're aware of IPC. So write the section, write IPC. Okay, but but you know, write the section, you need to mention in the bracket whether it is a IPC or BNS, so the examiner will have a clarity. If you don't know the section, don't mention the section. So if you are mentioning the section, you need to mention it if you 1000% sure that is in correct section. And if you underline the section, it will be good. And only 2 case laws, not more than that. Okay, all the best. If you want any more like if you are having any doubts on a particular topic, you can comment in my comment section. Inshallah, I will post a video with